this is Hazel. I'll be talking about Chapter 5, Connection Before Correction, of the book Positive Discipline by Jane Nelsen. Teachers, have you ever felt frustrated and hopeless despite all your interventions and strategies for your students? Well, you're not alone. I think every teacher goes through this process, maybe short or long term. So it's really important that we have a community where we can learn from each other, we can build up one another, because it can be too much for us. So I'm going to share the content of this chapter, some thoughts and personal experiences. By the way, what is connection? So according to this book, connection is the belief on the part of students that adults in the school care about their learning and about them as individuals. So not only focus about the learning, but the learner itself. Students' connection to school plays a huge role in their school success. When the students are connected and motivated, there is less absenteeism, bullying, and fighting. I remember when I was a student, some of my teachers encouraged me to participate in school activities. I was shy, however, those few words like "you can do it" really helped me to believe in myself that I can do something. So I really appreciate those kind of teachers to this date. There are also 7 qualities that influence students' attachment to school. First is having a sense of belonging and being part of a school. Second, liking the school. Third, perceiving that teachers are supportive and caring. Fourth, having good friends within school. Fifth, being engaged in their own current and future academic progress. Sixth, believing that discipline is fair and effective. And seventh, participating in extracurricular activities. These factors are measured in different ways and are highly predictive of their success. Now, how do we create a connection towards our students? Dr. James Tunney, a former educator, made a survey and asked the teachers, "Do you care about your students?" And of course, the teachers answered, "Yes, we care about our students." However, when he asked the students, "Do you think your teachers care about you?" surprisingly, only few kids feel that their teacher care about them. Unfortunately, although we thought that we care enough for our students, but only few kids are getting the message. Some kids believe that teachers only care about students who are intelligent, who are talented. So how do we deal with this problem? There was an activity done by the Positive Discipline team, and they found out that students feel that their teacher care about them when you find out who they are. So it is very important for us to get to know our students. 2 weeks ago, Samuel was with our class and he was trying to get to know them. He was trying to build a connection. He was trying to tell the girls that they will do something, but the girls are not interested. So he observed them and he found out that, they are interested about Elsa. So he took his drawing pad and drew Elsa. And the girls started to make a circle around him, and they're very excited and ask him if they can have a copy of the drawing. And since then, they are really fascinated every time Samu draws something. that was a very good illustration of how we can build a connection with our students by simply trying to know their interest. Next, encourage them to see mistakes as opportunities to learn and grow. So I have this one student who usually spill water or tea. It can be annoying sometimes because it will be messy, but I realized that, she needs more fine motor skills activities. That encouraged me to think of some ways to help her develop her skill. Next, the student feel that you care when you have faith in their ability to make a meaningful contribution. During snack time, one of my students mentioned, "Miss Hazel, the salad is very, very good." So I told her, "Oh, why don't you go tell Miss Vieta that it's very good?" We went together to the kitchen and she said, "Miss Vieta, the salad is very good." And she felt so good about it. She felt so good that she made someone happy and feel appreciated. That made her more appreciative and learn that giving compliments is really good. I mean, it can build up people. Also, they know you care when you listen to them and take their feelings seriously. I noticed some kids, they are very sensitive. It's really important to take their feelings seriously. Next, they know that you care when you respect them enough and involve them in decision making. Even in doing some class rules. Although they are just kids, they have creative minds and ideas that can be helpful in the classroom. And lastly, they know that you care when you help them understand the consequences of their action. A very good quote from the book, "You have to reach the heart before you can reach the head." Indeed, most of us teachers care about our students. However, the kids aren't getting the message. I think many of us are guilty of trying to put out a small fire with a blowtorch. For example, when a student misbehaves, so our tendency is to yell or criticize them in front of the students. But maybe we can think of some constructive way to deal with it. In an experimental activity during the positive discipline workshop, a teacher mentioned, "When I criticize my student, I say it loud enough for others to hear. When I have something nice to say, it is in a soft voice that others usually don't hear." So that is very striking, that when they are misbehaving, it is loud enough that everyone can hear. However, when they are doing well, we just say "good job" in not so audible way. It's really important that we balance our affirmation and criticism towards our students so that they feel that we care enough about them. There is a wonderful illustration of a caring environment initiated by a teacher named Raz. So he introduces a caring bear to his students and say, "This is our care bear. So if any of you feel discouraged or a little down, come get the bear. He'll make you feel better." At first, the students were hesitant, but then later on, even the football players, although they are big enough, but they acknowledge that sometimes they are not okay and they need something or someone to comfort them. This is a very good initiative from a teacher, and it became so popular that he had to provide more bears to keep up with the demand. There are many ways of how we can build connection towards our students, like appreciating their uniqueness. We don't expect everyone to be the same. also like taking them to field trips so that they can have another venue of learning in a really fun way. Also, by using humor to create a connection. So also using humor to build a connection. Personally, I'm a serious type of teacher, but sometimes I try my best to make them laugh, for example, or have a giggle, because it's nice to have a light feeling, especially being with the kids. We were all once students, and I'm sure you remember those teachers who made an impact in your life. Either those teachers who discouraged you, or those teachers who believed in you. As teachers, we should have this thought of how we wanted our kids to remember us. So I think that's very essential because when they grow up, how are they going to picture us as their teachers? Thank you so much for listening. I hope you gained something and enjoy teaching.